My name is Tessa Michal Rothfeld. I have a pretty diversified background, I guess that's one way to put it. When I was 6 months old, I was adopted from China, and my family I'm from Ohio. My dad is actually from Israel, and my mom, she's from Ohio, but her parents are from Vienna, Austria, and they had fled during World War II. I came down here. I really loved South Carolina, the weather, the campus, everything. I went to a really diverse high school, so I already had a lot of friends from different backgrounds. So even though I already grew up, kind of exposed to different cultures, it just kind of helped going to the high school that I went to. So, and coming down here, I found the sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, which is a historically black sorority, and that kind of just fit in with everything that I had already been exposed to, and I felt like that was where I best fit in. So they're pretty religious down here. If you take that part away, the values that I was taught, just Judaism and all of that, they line up with Alpha Kappa Alpha's purpose, basically. Growing up, African Americans and Jewish people were always the minority and kind of the historically persecuted people. So I feel like that kind of had a huge deal with it. So everything kind of just fit in like a puzzle. Okay, so the sorority itself, it's pretty big. There are 65 of us total. There's a lot of us. You see us on campus. I've probably made some of my best friends are in the sorority, which initially it's not how it was, but the more time you spend with people, the closer you get. And I feel like it opened a lot of doors for me just to be able to be on campus. People, kind of know who I am, kind of found my place. So funny thing is, even though I am technically Asian, I forget that I'm Asian a lot of times just because I feel like I'm fully Americanized. So with Alpha Kappa Alpha, I'll say that while there are a lot of similarities, at first there are a lot of differences. I'll say culturally speaking, there are a lot of differences that I had to learn. Just mannerisms, and I'm a pretty blunt person, which a lot of people are not used to down here. But similarities, I would say, is just core values. Education, that's like my number one goal, purpose, really being here. I want to be a physician's assistant, so that motivation and their focus, always having like study sessions, and they always make a joke, academics first, and they change, the ACA to AKA, that type of thing. So those core values, just education is your way out, that's your uplift. So over the past 4 years, I think some of the best experiences have just been the relationships that I've built and growth. Obviously, when you put a bunch of girls together, you're not always going to get along, and I think that's a huge lesson that I learned, is that you always see sisterhood and you're always so united, but one of the big things is that you learn how to get along with people that you don't click with. So then you find the people that you do. I think that's a huge lesson, and I love the fact that some of my best friends have become my best friends because of the sorority. One of my best friends, we do everything together, and we eat, have sleepovers, work out, study, all of those things. She practically lives here, and I think just making those relationships, that's a huge deal, because that's kind of what life's all about.
When I first joined the organization, me and Tessa's relationship, we didn't really have one. She was my big sister, and of course everyone was kind of skeptical of her. She wasn't there during our process, so she kind of came back after we'd already joined and kind of was like, "Hi, I'm Tessa." But over the past couple years, our relationship has definitely grown. Now she is one of my best friends, and I can thank Alpha Kappa Alpha for allowing us to meet and bringing us together.
The letters on my jacket, it's Alpha Kappa Alpha, obviously. To me, they symbolize a lot of things. I think the first one being, I'm really just proud to wear my letters. So, anytime I put on any of, we call it Nalia, it's just a pride thing. Everyone wants to show off their letters because they're proud to be a part of just such an amazing organization. AKA, I would have never gotten the opportunities that I've had this past 4 years just to really put myself out there and just be a part of the community and to give back and just to feel like I am, that cliche, part of something bigger. But I really think that that growth has really helped me kind of see like who I am, who I want to become, and all those things.